Welcome back to COINSX Mint, the channel where forgotten pocket change can turn into unbelievable hidden treasure. Today, we're uncovering three ultra-rare Washington quarter dollars that may look old, scratched, and heavily worn after decades in circulation, but don't let their appearance fool you. These ordinary-looking quarters are hiding extraordinary value, and some have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions across the country. One of the coins we're featuring today shocked the entire collector community with a massive selling price that very few people expected. That's the exciting part about coin collecting. Sometimes the most valuable coins are the ones people overlook every single day. So before you ignore that old jar of quarters sitting at home, make sure you check your change carefully, because one of these rare Washington quarters could already be hiding in your collection right now. Let's get started. And if you enjoy discovering valuable coins and hidden money treasures, don't forget to subscribe to COINSX Mint so you never miss another incredible coin story hiding in plain sight. First, coin number 1, the legendary Washington quarter dollar from 1971 with the D Mint mark. At first glance, this historic quarter may look like an ordinary coin that once passed through everyday American pockets, but experienced collectors know the truth. Hidden inside this classic coin is a fascinating piece of history with powerful collector demand and impressive market value. The 1971 D Washington quarter in extra fine condition has become one of the most talked about coins in today's collector community, with enthusiasts constantly searching through old coin jars, bank rolls, and family collections, hoping to uncover one of these valuable treasures before prices rise even further. The story of the 1971 D Washington quarter begins during an unforgettable era in American history. The early 1970s represented a time of major cultural change, economic growth, and technological advancement across the United States. Coins produced during this period captured the spirit of a nation moving into a modern age while still honoring traditional American values and symbols. The Washington quarter itself had already become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history after first being introduced in 1932 to honor President George Washington. By 1971, the Denver Mint was producing millions of quarters marked with the famous D Mint mark, creating coins that today hold tremendous historical importance and collector interest. One of the most attractive features of the 1971 D Washington quarter is its timeless design. The obverse side displays the powerful portrait of George Washington with sharp detail and remarkable balance. In extra fine condition, much of the original design remains beautifully preserved, allowing collectors to admire the strong lines of Washington's profile and the crisp lettering surrounding the image. On the reverse side, the famous eagle design stands proudly with impressive detail and strength. The eagle, wings spread wide, represents freedom, courage, and American pride, making this quarter one of the most patriotic and visually impressive coins ever produced in the United States. Collectors are especially drawn toward the Denver Mint version of the 1971 Washington quarter because of its strong strike quality and historical significance. The small D Mint mark on the coin immediately tells collectors that the quarter was struck at the famous Denver Mint, one of the most respected minting facilities in America. Coins from Denver often display outstanding detail and beautiful surfaces, and many collectors actively search for well-preserved 1971 D examples to complete their Washington quarter collections. As collector demand continues growing, high-quality Denver Mint quarters are becoming increasingly desirable in the modern coin market. Extra fine condition gives the 1971 D Washington quarter an exceptional level of beauty and collector appeal. Coins in this condition still preserve much of their original detail while also carrying the natural signs of age and circulation that collectors appreciate. The hair details on Washington remain visible, the eagle design stays strong, and the overall appearance of the coin reflects decades of preserved American history. Many collectors actually prefer extra fine coins because they combine historical authenticity with strong visual appeal, creating a perfect balance between preservation and character. The rare coin market has experienced tremendous growth in recent years, and vintage Washington quarters are now receiving more attention than ever before. Collectors across the world are realizing that coins from the 1960s and 1970s can hold surprising value, especially when preserved in attractive condition. The 1971 D quarter has become a rising favorite among both new and experienced collectors because it combines historical significance, affordability, rarity potential, and strong visual design all in one coin. This growing popularity has created intense demand in auctions and collector marketplaces. Color and eye appeal play a major role in the desirability of a 1971 D Washington quarter. Coins with smooth silver-gray surfaces and natural vintage tunning often attract the strongest attention from buyers. Some extra-fine examples develop beautiful golden or champagne-colored tones over decades of careful storage, creating a unique appearance that collectors absolutely love. Natural tunning adds personality and originality to every coin, making certain quarters stand out dramatically from ordinary examples. Collectors are always searching for coins with strong visual beauty because eye appeal can significantly increase both demand and market value. One of the reasons collectors are so excited about the 1971 D Washington quarter is because it represents an important period in modern American coinage. During the years following the removal of silver from circulating quarters in 1965, collectors began paying much closer attention to condition, rarity, and preservation quality. As time passed, many quarters from the 1970s became heavily worn or disappeared from circulation entirely, making attractive extra-fine examples much harder to locate today. This increasing scarcity has helped push collector interest and market demand to new levels. Auction prices for premium Washington quarters continue surprising collectors across the coin market. While average circulated examples may only bring modest prices, high-quality extra-fine coins with strong strikes and attractive surfaces can command far more impressive values. Exceptional examples, especially coins with sharp details and beautiful eye appeal, may reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. The growing competition among collectors has turned many vintage quarters into highly desirable collector assets with exciting long-term potential. The 1971 D Washington quarter also appeals strongly to collectors because it offers accessibility along with serious collector excitement. Unlike ultra-expensive rare coins that remain out of reach for most people, this quarter allows everyday collectors to participate in the thrilling world of rare coin hunting. Many successful collectors began their journeys by searching for vintage Washington quarters because these coins combine history, beauty, and value in a way that feels exciting and achievable. That accessibility continues bringing new collectors into the hobby every single year. Collectors pay very close attention to strike quality when evaluating a 1971 D quarter. Coins with sharp hair details on Washington and strong feather detail on the eagle are considered especially desirable. Well-struck coins display exceptional clarity and visual strength, making them stand out immediately within collections and auctions. Even among extra-fine examples, quarters with superior detail and clean surfaces can attract premium prices and intense bidding competition. This demand for strong quality coins continues strengthening the market for the 1971 D Washington quarter. The rise of online coin communities and social media has also helped increase excitement surrounding valuable Washington quarters. Videos featuring rare quarters regularly attract massive audiences as collectors share stories about discovering hidden treasures worth surprising amounts of money. The possibility that an ordinary-looking quarter could actually hold significant value creates enormous curiosity among viewers and inspires people everywhere to check their spare change. This growing interest has pushed more collectors toward vintage quarters, especially attractive Denver Mint examples from the early 1970s. Historical significance gives the 1971 D Washington quarter even greater appeal among collectors. This coin circulated during a fascinating time in American history when the country was experiencing social change, technological innovation, and economic development. Holding one of these quarters today feels like holding a genuine surviving artifact from an important era in the nation's story. That emotional connection creates powerful collector interest because people are not simply buying coins, they are preserving living pieces of American history. Professional grading services have added even more momentum to the market for vintage Washington quarters. Certified extra fine examples, graded by respected companies, often command stronger prices because collectors trust the accuracy and authenticity of professionally graded coins. As more collectors pursue certified coins for their collections, demand for high-quality 1971 D quarters continues increasing steadily. This professional recognition has helped elevate the status of these coins within the modern collector market. Many experts believe the future for vintage Washington quarters remains incredibly strong. As younger generations become interested in collectible investments and historical treasures, demand for attractive vintage coins continues growing rapidly. The 1971 D quarter stands out because it combines historical importance, iconic American design, and strong collector demand all within an affordable and exciting collectible. This combination makes the coin especially attractive for long-term collectors and investors alike. Searching for valuable Washington quarters has become a thrilling experience for collectors everywhere. People carefully search through bank rolls, estate collections, antique stores, and old family coin jars, hoping to discover overlooked treasures hiding in plain sight. Every collector dreams of finding a beautifully preserved 1971 D quarter with strong detail and attractive surfaces, because such discoveries can become valuable additions to any collection. The excitement of the hunt continues driving passion throughout the coin hobby. Another reason the 1971 D Washington quarter remains so popular is because of the emotional connection collectors feel toward classic American coinage. Many people remember using these quarters in daily life decades ago, making the coin feel both nostalgic and historically important at the same time. Collectors enjoy preserving these pieces of history and passing them down through future generations. Every quarter carries its own journey and story, adding mystery and fascination to every collection it enters. Today, the 1971 D Washington quarter in extra fine condition stands proudly among the most exciting modern vintage coins, attracting serious collector attention. Its rich history, elegant design, strong collector demand, and growing market value have transformed this once common quarter into a highly respected numismatic treasure. As the rare coin market continues expanding, more collectors are recognizing the hidden potential and beauty within these historic quarters, pushing demand even higher. The incredible journey of the 1971 D Washington quarter proves that true treasure can still be hiding in everyday places. What once served as simple pocket change has now become a symbol of history, opportunity, and collector passion. For enthusiasts around the world, this remarkable quarter represents far more than 25 cents. It represents the excitement of discovery, the beauty of American craftsmanship, and the possibility that one small coin could someday become an unforgettable piece of a valuable collection. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1974 without a mint mark. At first glance, this vintage quarter may appear like ordinary pocket change that once passed through countless hands across America, but experienced collectors know there is much more hidden beneath its worn silver-gray surface. The 1974 Washington quarter from the Philadelphia Mint has become one of the most searched and talked about coins in today's collector market, especially in circulated condition where authentic history and vintage character come alive. Across auctions, coin shows, and online marketplaces, collectors continue hunting for these historic quarters as demand keeps growing stronger every year. The story of the 1974 Washington quarter begins during a fascinating era in American history. The 1970s represented a time of cultural transformation, economic change, and rapid modernization across the United States. Coins minted during this decade traveled through one of the most memorable periods in modern America, making them powerful historical artifacts today. The Washington Quarter itself had already become one of the nation's most recognizable coins after first being introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of President George Washington. By 1974, the Philadelphia Mint was producing quarters without mint marks, creating coins that today are deeply appreciated for their historical importance and growing collector value. One of the greatest attractions of the 1974 Washington Quarter is its timeless and patriotic design. On the obverse side, the famous portrait of George Washington stands proudly with sharp and dignified features that symbolize leadership, strength, and American tradition. Even in circulated condition, the design still carries an unmistakable elegance that collectors admire deeply. On the reverse side, the powerful eagle with spread wings creates an image of freedom and national pride. The bold appearance of the eagle design gives the coin tremendous visual appeal, and collectors continue appreciating the artistry and craftsmanship that made the Washington Quarter one of the most beloved coins in American history. The fact that this 1974 quarter carries no mint mark makes it especially interesting among collectors. Coins without mint marks were struck at the legendary Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most respected minting facilities in the world. Philadelphia-issued coins hold a special place within American numismatics because they connect directly to the roots of U.S. coin production. Many collectors actively search for no mint mark quarters because they represent a clean and classic version of the design. As interest in vintage Washington quarters continues rising, the 1974 Philadelphia issue has become increasingly desirable among both casual collectors and serious coin enthusiasts. Circulated condition gives the 1974 Washington Quarter a powerful sense of authenticity and history. These coins spent years moving through daily American life, passing from one generation to another during an unforgettable decade. Collectors often appreciate circulated examples because they tell a real story of American commerce and history. The natural wear on the surfaces creates vintage character and personality that cannot be duplicated. Many collectors actually prefer circulated quarters because they represent genuine pieces of history that survived decades of everyday use while still preserving their beauty and identity. The rare coin market has grown dramatically in recent years, and Washington quarters are becoming one of the hottest areas of interest among collectors worldwide. What once seemed like ordinary change is now receiving serious attention from investors and numismatists alike. The 1974 no mint mark quarter has gained strong momentum because collectors are realizing that attractive vintage quarters from the Philadelphia Mint can hold impressive value, especially when preserved with appealing surfaces and clear detail. This growing recognition has created intense competition within the market. Collectors are especially drawn toward the color and natural appearance of circulated 1974 Washington quarters. Coins with smooth silver-gray surfaces and attractive vintage tunning often stand out immediately. Over decades of circulation and storage, many quarters develop beautiful shades of gold, gray, and soft champagne coloring that add incredible visual charm. Natural tunning gives every coin its own identity and uniqueness, making certain examples highly desirable among collectors who value originality and eye appeal. Beautifully toned quarters can attract significant attention whenever they appear in auctions or private sales. The 1974 Washington Quarter also holds a special place because it comes from a very important period in American coinage history. By the 1970s, silver had already been removed from circulating quarters, making collectors pay much closer attention to condition, rarity, and preservation quality instead of metal content alone. This shift transformed coin collecting into a deeper study of historical significance and condition rarity. As more collectors focus on modern vintage coins, quarters like the 1974 no mint mark issue continue growing in popularity and demand. Auction markets have demonstrated just how strong collector interest has become for vintage Washington quarters. While common circulated examples may still be affordable, attractive coins with strong details, clean surfaces, and eye-catching tunning can command surprisingly impressive prices. Exceptional circulated examples with outstanding visual appeal have reached hundreds and sometimes even thousands of dollars, depending on quality and rarity. The growing demand for collectible quarters has transformed many overlooked coins into highly respected numismatic treasures. One reason collectors love the 1974 Washington quarter is because it offers a realistic opportunity for everyday people to enter the exciting world of rare coin collecting. Unlike ultra-expensive coins that remain out of reach for most collectors, vintage Washington quarters provide history, beauty, and investment potential at an accessible level. Many successful collectors started by searching through ordinary quarters, eventually discovering valuable treasures hiding in plain sight. That possibility creates enormous excitement and continues bringing new collectors into the hobby every day. Collectors pay close attention to detail quality when evaluating circulated Washington quarters. Even in circulated condition, coins with visible hair detail on Washington and clear feather definition on the eagle are considered especially attractive. Strong details indicate a quality strike and careful preservation over the years. Coins with cleaner surfaces and balanced wear often stand above average examples in both desirability and market value. This careful search for quality continues driving demand higher for the 1974 No Mint Mark quarter. The explosion of online coin communities and social media has also increased interest in vintage quarters. Videos featuring valuable Washington quarters regularly attract huge audiences as collectors share stories of incredible discoveries found in old jars, inherited collections, and forgotten drawers. The possibility that an ordinary-looking quarter could secretly be worth serious money creates massive curiosity among viewers everywhere. This growing attention has helped transform coins like the 1974 Washington quarter into major stars within the collector world. Historical significance adds another powerful layer of fascination to the 1974 Washington quarter. This coin circulated during a decade filled with important events, cultural shifts, and national transformation in America. Holding one today feels like holding a genuine artifact from a unique chapter in modern history. That emotional connection gives the coin value far beyond its 25-cent denomination. Collectors appreciate not only the beauty of the coin itself, but also the story and era it represents. Professional grading services have also brought increased recognition to vintage Washington quarters. Certified examples authenticated and graded by respected companies often receive stronger collector interest because buyers trust the condition and authenticity evaluations. As more collectors pursue certified coins for long-term collections, demand for attractive 1974 No Mint Mark quarters continues strengthening steadily. This professional attention has helped elevate the status of these coins throughout the numismatic market. Many experienced collectors believe Washington quarters from the 1970s still have enormous future potential. As younger generations enter the coin hobby and interest in vintage American collectibles grows worldwide, demand for classic quarters continues increasing. The 1974 Philadelphia quarter combines iconic American design, historical importance, affordability, and rising collector attention all in one exciting coin. That combination makes it one of the most promising modern vintage quarters in today's market. Searching for valuable Washington quarters has become a thrilling treasure hunt for collectors everywhere. People carefully examine bank rolls, estate collections, flea markets, and family coin jars hopping to discover overlooked gems. Every circulated quarter has the potential to carry hidden value, especially if it displays attractive tunning, strong detail, or unusual preservation. The excitement of uncovering a valuable coin keeps collectors searching every single day, and the 1974 No Mint Mark quarter remains one of the most desired discoveries. Another reason this quarter continues attracting attention is the nostalgia connected to vintage American coins. Many people remember using these quarters during childhood or seeing them in old family collections decades ago. That emotional connection creates lasting appreciation and makes collecting feel deeply personal. Each 1974 Washington quarter carries a unique journey through American history, adding mystery and personality to every example collectors encounter. Today, the 1974 Washington quarter, without a mint mark, stands proudly among the most exciting collectible quarters, gaining momentum in the rare coin market. Its historic Philadelphia origin, timeless design, circulated vintage character, and growing collector demand have transformed this coin into a respected and valuable piece of American numismatic history. Collectors continue pursuing these quarters with excitement as auction prices and public interest keep rising steadily year after year. The remarkable story of the 1974 Washington quarter proves that true treasure can sometimes hide in the most ordinary places. What once served as everyday pocket change has now become a symbol of history, discovery, and opportunity within the coin collecting world. For collectors everywhere, this quarter represents far more than 25 cents. It represents the thrill of the hunt, the beauty of American craftsmanship, and the exciting possibility that one small coin could someday become the centerpiece of an unforgettable collection.